Wow. What a game that we just got to watch. Absolutely incredible finish there at the end. Alabama, just a remarkable comeback in that game, and the second half adjustments that they made to make that comeback possible were really impressive. And I thought, that first half really un-Alabama-like, the way they struggled and the way that they failed to move the ball and gave out some big plays defensively. It was a surprise to see, and Georgia played really well. Give them credit where it's deserved. They had a great first half, but I think the second half is where you start to see the experience seep in. This is for Georgia. This is their first championship since 1980. For Alabama, this is their fifth championship in 9 years. They've been there, done that. This is their third straight championship game appearance, and I think the poise started to play a factor in that defense. That nasty Alabama defense really started to make some big plays, and you take away that incredible 80-yard touchdown that Georgia had in that third quarter. They didn't do much of anything. They had some promising starts to drives, but Bama got some key sacks, completely stuffed the run, and really took Jake Fromm out of his comfort zone in that second half. And of course, the big story is, of course, Nick Saban making the call to take out Jalen Hurts and to put in Tua Tagovailoa, true freshman, 18-year-old kid who had really not played any meaningful snaps all year. He had been the mop-up quarterback coming in for Jalen Hurts when they're up big in the fourth quarter. And here he is in the national championship game, down 2 scores, and played remarkably well outside of a couple plays. And the interception he threw was a pretty that was a freshman mistake, but he showed remarkable poise and resolve, and never got down himself, and made some absolutely incredible plays. I think a couple big plays for Alabama in that second half to spark them. That key 3rd and 7 where Georgia had about 4 guys near Tua and were unable to take him down. He was able to scramble out, extend the play, get the first down, and then a couple plays where they scored the touchdown. Thought that psychologically really helped them get back in it. They could not have afforded to punt in that situation. And the 4th and 4, just an incredible touchdown pass from Tua. You had a feeling that it was going to be Calvin Ridley. At some point, he was going to make a play, and sure enough, he did there at the end. And the way that the game played out with that the missed field goal at the end there, you're thinking that that's going to swing the momentum back to Georgia. They drill a 51-yarder for their turn in overtime, and to get the sack on that first play, and it's 2nd and 26, and they're backed up at the 41, and they're out of field goal range, and Georgia's rolling, and game's over. Touchdown right over the top, completely blown coverage. Just an incredible way to end a championship game, incredible way to end a season. Got to give Alabama a ton of credit with their resolve and the way they kept fighting and never quit. And for Georgia, this is going to be a really tough loss, or it's going to be really hard for them to deal with this. Completely crushing. Led for most of the game, and had to feel good about themselves after that sack and that overtime, and then to lose on one play, it's completely soul crushing. But Kirby Smart has clearly implemented the strategy and the system that's working with Georgia, and then he's turned them into a really good team, and the way that they're recruiting and the way that Jake Fromm has developed, I think the future is very bright for the Bulldogs, and I think they'll be okay in the next couple of years, and I can envision these guys winning a championship within the next 3 or 4 years. And of course, looking on to next year, I think Bama is again going to be the team to beat. They they won the game largely with the play of their freshmen on the offensive. Of course, Tua and Najee Harris and Jerry Rudy and just guys making big plays across the ball. This is going to be a scary Alabama team again for the next couple of years, and their reign of terror is alive and well in college football. And for better or not, the Death Star is still very much alive. And unfortunately, now we have to wait another 8 months for more college football. It's going to be excruciating for me to go through, as it is every year. But until then, we'll be sitting with the lasting images of this classic championship game, and can't wait for next year. And couldn't have asked for a better send out to this season. And until then, I'm Jed Armour, and thanks for sticking with me throughout the game. And catch you next year. Thanks.